together in the Boston Comedy Festival. You can see him on Amazon Prime. Please give it up for Jay Lafarr!
Thank you, teeny tiny crowd. What's going on tonight, kids? Thanks for coming out to the mall. I'm excited to be here. I'm going to pace a lot during my set. I'm not nervous or anxious. I've actually performed in front of crowds twice this size before. Now I got my Fitbit on, so I got to get my steps in. Yeah, I gave my fiance a diamond ring. She gave me a goddamn Fitbit. How the hell is that fair? Love Texas. Live in Texas now. I love it. I love it. I love it because people invite you over. They'll say, hey, you got to come over. Be prepared. Bring your parka and your flip-flops. Because we don't know what the hell it's going to be out today. You don't have seasons here. Well, you have two, right? You got hot and hey, my balls are stuck to my leg. Just hot here all the goddamn time. If I was Davy Crockett at the Alamo, you know what, Jim? Let him have it. This place sucks. Let's go to Oklahoma. I heard they're building casinos up there. Boo you. You do have seasons. You have allergy seasons. What was I thinking? I'm getting killed right now. Anybody else? Oh yeah, it's always something. Oh, my eyes are burning. My throat's itchy. Oh, that's mountain cedar. Just pooped my pants. Prickly pear. I take Wallatin. Yes, sir. Walgreens version of Claritin. It's generic. One day I'll probably take Wallagra. Hopefully I never have to take Waltrex. People with herpes seem to love kayaking. Have you ever noticed that? Every herpes commercial I've ever seen, they're always kayaking. I couldn't figure it out. Then I realized maybe the cold water splashing downstairs keeps the burning down. You didn't laugh at that, you probably have herpes. Look around your table, whoever's not giggling, there's a fire down below. That guy's having a weenie roast. That lady's having a crawfish boil. Good to be here tonight. And I love Texas, I gotta admit. I love Texas for all the little things, like you put the town of Comfort right next to the town of Welfare. Do you live in Comfort? Not yet. Still live in goddamn Welfare. When we moved to Comfort, though, they built that super Walmart. You have to have commercials on the radio, let you know what to do when your car stalls on the tracks and the train's coming. Every year in Texas, over 200 people are struck by trains. If your car stalls on the tracks and the train's approaching, get out. You know, somebody's got to tell you to get out of your car when it stalls on the tracks and the train's coming. You need to stay in your car. We need to weed those sons of bitches out, don't we? I do love Texas. I love the fact that you can't drive at all here. Worst drivers in the country. The bigger the truck, the dumber the driver. Who's with me on that, right? If you have a Ford F-350, you may have Down syndrome. It's not good. Someone with a Jesus fish on their car flipped me off today. You don't do that. You don't flip the bird when Yahweh's riding shotgun. And apparently in San Antonio, merge right means drive all the way up to the end, get in there. Yeah, I don't let them in. I straddle 2 lanes so they can't get by me. Who's done that before? Be honest. Right? I will run them into the guardrail before I let them by me. Because I'm a Christian. I am praising. Well, I'm Catholic. It makes me better. I get to go to heaven. It's in the Bible, written by Jesus, a Catholic. Catholics up here with Jesus. Then you got Episcopals and Methodists, right? Your Catholic light. Then all your mongrel faiths, right? Your Baptists, your Seventh-day Adventists, those douchebags who handle snakes, whatever the hell that is. Then right down here, anyone who wakes me up on the weekend, right? Mormons, Jehovah's Witnesses. They're not here. We can make fun of them, guys. They're home oiling up their bike chains. Get an early start tomorrow. Would you like to talk about your personal relationship with Jesus? Do you want to meet Jesus? Come to my house again on the weekend. I think I lost some of you when I said Jesus was Catholic, right? He was a Jew. I know that, by the way. I know he was a Jew because a woman yelled it out at my show. He was a Jew! 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 You know, like she was standing outside Schindler's train. I was like, how the hell do you know? He said, because in the picture of the Last Supper, he's passing the check over to Peter. That's my Savior, bitch. Don't say that. I love Texas. I do. I love the fact that you can't drive, but you barbecue well. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my. I'm from New York originally, great state of New York, upstate New York. I'm a hillbilly from the Adirondack Mountain areas, right? And up where I'm from, barbecues, hot dogs, and hamburgers. Not good enough in Texas, though, is it? No. Down here, you need brisket, right? And ribs and sausage, fajita meat, turkey with a beer up its ass. How did that happen? Who had that much time on their hands? Hi, let's kill it, cook it, and violate its Miranda rights. Then you gotta have a big hunk of pecan pie to go with the right pecan pie. I know it's pecan, I heard you. It's pecan. It's pecan. I know that because I stopped in this dump called Seguin, Texas once, and I'm staring at a big nut in front of their city hall. Man, that's a big pecan. The old timer said, boy, that's pecan. It's like, what the hell is the difference? He said, a pecan is what you take on a long trip so you don't have to stop your truck. I'm not driving anywhere with that guy. Oh, and my Mexican brothers and sisters, quick question for you. Is there part of cow you won't eat, just out of curiosity? Really, menudo? You gotta be kidding me. My buddy's like, hey, you gotta try my mom's menudo. I was like, well, she's a bit old for me. Let's get some drinks in her, see what happens, you know? He's like, no, it's the soup sweets. He brought a bowl. I'm not eating that crap. It's good for a hangover. I'll quit drinking. Tripas. You ever have that, sir? You know what it is? It's the intestines. It's disgusting. They're like, you got to have the crispy kind. No, I don't. We're not hunters and gatherers anymore. You can throw some stuff away. Barbacoa? Yeah, that's pretty good, right? Barbacoa is good. But it's the face of the cow, sir. Face of the cow. How many parts of cow do you run out of? Hey, Jorge, come here. Mijo, come here. I think we could eat the face. What's next? You cook the ass and call it culo asada? And I'm down with the brown. I love Mexican food. I do. It's just too cheesy. There's cheese on everything. 3 years ago, I had queso con queso. I finally pooped last week. No más queso. No más, por favor. Sorry, we're all fat here, big, fat, greasy, sweaty cities. So I like living here. Friends like, move out to LA. I've been doing more acting and stuff. They're like, move out to LA. I was like, I want to live in LA. In LA, be a fat dude. In Texas, I'm like medium. You get me on the south side of San Antonio, I'm petite. I look good. I look real good. You guys are a fun little group. Thanks for being here tonight, by the way. I had to get away from my girl. We were fighting. We have stupid fights all the time. Like we had that one where the toilet paper, you ever have that one where she's like, toilet paper should go on spindle with it coming out over on the top. You know what I'm talking about? And then I say it should go on top of the tank. Yes.
No.
Why not?
Because it's disgusting. There's a toilet roll holder for the toilet roll.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was unaware of that, you know, when I just, you know, thought it was something that you'd rest your elbow on while you were power dumping, but, you know, but thank you for explaining that to me. Jesus Christ, and I thought my girl was the most annoying bitch. Listen. Oh my God. Oh, she's awful. Not you, you're fine. I'm sure whoever's with you will commit suicide. But the thing is, my girl, we had that fight because we had the, you know when you get to pick your five fantasy people, you know what I'm talking about? Where you get to pick them, and then if you hook up with them, then it's not cheating because you're my 5 freebies. And on her list, it was like The Rock, and the guy who plays Thor, and then the guy who was Captain America, and 2 other clowns. And on my list, I had 2 of her sisters. And in all fairness, they're whores and they drink, so I just made reasonable choices, so she got pissed at me. Getting married though, sorry ladies, getting married. Yeah, I know, all this deliciousness not on the table. Getting married, I gave her engagement when we got engaged at Niagara Falls. We were there, and I proposed to her. Her son was with us. She has a son from a previous thing, and I'm dragging him over to the falls. It was the middle of winter, and you couldn't even see the falls. It was so cold, and I turned to her son. I was like, Nathaniel, is it okay with you if I marry your mom? He's like, whatever, dude, I don't give a shit. You're banging her, right? Whatever. I turned to her, I was like, Maggie, do me the honor of becoming wife. Oh my God, yes, all right, let's get the hell out of here, right? Because you only get 20 minutes of free parking there, and I'm super cheap. Like, I bust out Groupons on first dates type of cheap, and then if she said anything like, did you pay for anything? You shut the hell up. I'll take you back to Haven for Hope. I don't need this shit. I'm gonna be a stepdad. A stepdad. Free healthcare? You fucking autistic? What the fuck happened there? I'm gonna be a stepdad. I like bananas. I fucking. What a weird group tonight. I mean, no one dreams of being a stepdad. Not even when I said it, you were all like, yeah, big deal, right? No one wants to be. No one ever has a great stepdad story. You never hear, I remember the first time I looked into my stepson's eyes. And he looked back at me and went, you're not my real dad. Well, fuck you then. How about that? Maybe he'd still be here if you weren't a dick. Did you ever think about that? Maybe the reason he left is because you're an asshole and now your mom bangs a fat comic. How's that make you feel? I like kids. I never have. I made good choices so I wouldn't have them. So I wouldn't have some ungrateful little dick who when he turned 13 thought he knew more than me. Nah. I was in the mall a couple weeks ago, guys. This kid's screaming at his mother, give me a cookie. I want a cookie now, Brenda. Now, I don't know how you were raised, but that was me with my mom. She went, oh, you want a cookie, do you? You still want a cookie? No, I'm good. You could use an Advil. Jesus. Take your rings off, you nut job. What the hell's wrong with you? But now if you hit a kid in a mall, holy shit, right? His parents will come up to you. Some of these take a second. I know. It's okay, guys. I do love Texas, though. I'm a big fan. I want to open a restaurant here myself. I've been down to Pearl Brewery. My buddy took me there. There's fusion restaurants, and we're growing as a city. We're getting all the fusion places. You seen those? Yeah, he took me to one. It was an Indian restaurant that had Mexican flair. It's like, how much diarrhea do I need? Jesus Christ. I decided I want to open up my own fusion restaurants one day. I want to open up a Vietnamese restaurant that also sells Italian food. I'm going to call it, forget about it. Maybe a Chinese, Vietnamese, family-style Mexican restaurant called Chinga Tu Madres. I don't smoke pot a lot. I do sometimes. I will tonight. I won't when I'm driving. I will wait till I get home because I'm a responsible marijuana enthusiast. Right? Right on, bro. Right on, bro. I do. Well, you know what? You should be responsible. Like if you're drinking, call Uber, call Lyft, call some other homeless bastard to drive you home. But do it. Don't drive high. Don't drive drunk. Although statistically, if all of you left at the same time, you get home probably okay. You know, they can't get all of you. Is the point there? But I like smoking weed, and when I do, you know, I don't know. I kind of smoke like a Republican when I smoke. All that means is before I get high, I buy my snacks. And, you know, I put them aside for later for when I'll need my snacks. Sometimes I get high like a Democrat. All that means is I get high and then have someone else buy my snacks for me. And then I bitch about the snacks I got. Well, I know where my Trump supporters are. Okay, by the way, support him. Don't support him. Do whatever. Do whatever. I don't give a shit. Your politics are stupid, most of you. I'm going to tell you that right now. We all argue about dumb things. We don't need to. We have real issues out there, real things. I don't trust people for a lot of reasons. It has nothing to do with their politics. It's little things. I don't trust men who can't handle hot sauce. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like if a guy's like, ooh, no, I went to Las Palapas and their red salsa was too spicy for me. Ooh, my throat is almost closed up from the heat. Ooh. I can tell you right now, ladies, if he can't handle some heat on his taco, he's not going to bring any heat to your taco. You know what I'm talking about? My girl, yeah, I love her, man. She's mean, though. She's a mean little bitch. She's 5 feet tall, 100 pounds. Small women are mean. You ever notice that? The smaller the woman, the meaner they are. The closer to the ground, the closer to Satan. Give me a big old beefy bitch who's like 5'8", right? I like that. A nice big old woman. I like a bigger woman too. She's too small. She's too skinny. I don't trust that, right? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, brother. You know, although you're a little on the lighter end there, sister. I gotta tell you, I date a big girl. I don't know if you I see some of you, and I know you've dated a big girl, but I dated a big, 428 pounds. Yeah, God damn is right, sir. God damn. She's a big girl, 428-pound Chippewa. She's a big woman, big squaw. Chippewa. When I met her, she was selling sleep apnea catchers by the side of the road. Her name was Walks with Difficulty. Her dream car was a food truck. She's a big bitch. My girl gets pissed when I tell that joke too. She's like, and I'm like, I made you sound better in that, right? I made you sound all petite and stuff. And now, oh man, she's a pain in the ass. And now I got this kid thing. He's a bitch. Listen, what he does, he cries like a little bit, right? And he cries. And then she's like, well, you can come and sleep with us. And I'm like, no, he can't. And I don't know, guys. I don't know if it's because he's not my biological kid or because he's a boy or because he's 17, but it's disturbing. I'm gonna, after this show too, by the way, if any of you want, I'm on Facebook, so find me, and then we can fight online all day long. Won't that be great? Yeah. Aren't you all tired of social media? Yeah, I think we are. Why are we still on it? It sucks. I don't care what any of you do or say or think. I don't care what your politics are. I'm not kidding. Like that last election, that just drove people apart. And you didn't have much of a choice, did you? You could choose either a rich old white man with a small wiener and syphilis, or Donald Trump. And I was like, well, which one? All I'm saying is we live in an amazing country, guys. I know that. You know how I know that? We live in the greatest country on earth. I'll tell you how I know that. Because we have fat, poor people. I want you to think about that on the ride home. We have fat, goddamn poor people here. You know how good you have it when your poor people are fat? You'll know it's bad in America when they start doing commercials in Africa for us. Every year in America, thousands of children go to bed hungry. For only $211 a day, you can feed an American child. In the arms of just a slideshow of fat, doughy kids eating popsicles. won't you please help? No, because I don't give a shit. Guys, thank you so much. Have a great night, okay? All right. Thank you, sir.